So this is my review for the Saturday night's main event 2025. This was a good show. This show was, because of the last match, it really bumped up to a 4.5 out of 5 show for me. In my opinion, like this was better than the last show, even though I didn't expect this to be a really good show. They really got the pacing down, and they really they really had everything right. Like aside from from the US viewers, I have heard that they had some issues because they had like Spanish commentary for first 10 minutes on NBC. But apart from that, Rhea versus Naya was everything that it was supposed to be. It was an opening match, and they wrestled like it was an opening match. Like Naya, Naya hit her with a leg drop from the top rope. The Rhea hit her with a code red. I think a falling, like a back slam also. Like they were going all out, and they were pretty fast in the ring. Like I really liked that because they got the idea that okay, we are the opening match, we are going to get the viewers in, so let's just go out there and like wrestle a fast match. And Rhea actually, like, she hit like a running hurricane runner type DDT also. Like she can finally hit it on someone, like someone mentioned on Twitter, because she's just so big that her opponents are so small in front of her that she can't really hit those moves, and she really went out. That means that if you give Rhea like opponents like someone like a Jordan Grace or someone in the future, she may bring those moves out again. Like Naya had, like Naya, like if you put her in with certain opponents, she can really go all out. Like with someone like a Naomi, someone like a Rhea Ripley, she can really go out in the ring. And I really liked this match. In the end, Rhea won with the Riptide. It was what it was supposed to be, and this is a hot start to Rhea Ripley's reign. Like this feels like a rejuvenated Rhea. Like, or maybe it's just the Saturday night's main event show and she wrestled like that because they are on this show where they have to take care of the ads. They have a hard time out, maybe it's that. But I hope Rhea is kind of like this, not totally like this, but her matches are, they start slow, but I think this is the right thing to do. Like start the match a little bit fast, then you can get back to the headlocks and everything with like a typical Rhea match. But this is like the template, at least for the start of the match. This should be the template going forward. Then we had a lot of legends there. Like we had Dory Funk Jr., we had Million Dollar Man Ted DiBiase, we had Alundra Blaze, we had the Brainbusters, Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. Like we had Jesse the Body Ventura. Like he was as usual very good. He was dissing the San Antonio crowd and the governor as well. I really liked him here. We had then Mark Henry was here also. We had Braun versus Sheamus. This was a good match. In my opinion, the second best match of the night was Rhea versus uh, Nia Jax. This was still a good match, but I think this is Sheamus and Braun Breaker are the type of people that if they had gotten 5 minutes more, this would have been like a match of the one of the match of the week contenders, or one of the match of the month contenders, or something like that. But even then, they had a good match. Like Braun is something else, man. They added the lights and all to his entrance. Like he comes out and he looks like a star. I hope they add like pyro also, or at least the sound of pyro. It's not like Cody gets pyro. It's just that when he comes out and he does the they play the sound that like a pyro is going off, but the pyro is not there. I hope they add like a pyro sound to Braun Breaker's entrance also when he does this thing. Like Braun in his attire looked like a star, in his entrance looked like a star. I just hope that he gets more TV time now on Raw. Like you have a star on your hands, and since Raw went 2 hours, it has like he has not been on TV that much. Like he was on TV a lot before the Raw went into 2 hours. After Raw went into 2 hours, we may see him like in a backstage segment. Then he's off TV for weeks. Then he comes back. Then like a match, like the Survivor Series match had like a 1 week, 2 week build at most. Like last time he wrestled on Raw was against Ludwig Kaiser, and I don't know how many weeks have gone by since then. Like you have a beast in your hands. But I'm just thinking, like Braun won clean against Sheamus. Like Sheamus's broke kick. I was thinking like, is he going to like win this? But then I kind of saw like Braun kind of moving his body a little bit, and I think he was getting ready for the rope break spot. It didn't really get me that it got a lot of other people. It didn't really get me because of the camera angle that happened. Like they showed him kind of, like moving his body a little bit, and I could see that, at the last moment. But you could say Braun was really good. Like he put his leg on the last moment on the rope, like literally, like it was really close. Like he could have botched that finish as well. And Jesse was like awesome on the commentary. He was like, yeah, man. Like his ref robbed him. Why did he stop so much? Like Sheamus got robbed. Sheamus also posted a picture with Jesse the Body Ventura, and it was like robbed and everything he wrote there. Also, the Braun hit that, like Sheamus jumped and he hit him with a spear mid-air. Do you know how much your timing has to be perfect to hit that? Like he also got thrown by Sheamus over the barricade on the announcer's chair. Like like put Braun Breaker on TV more. I just don't know who he feuds with next, because I had hoped maybe it was someone like a Damian Priest, because it kind of made sense. Damian beating Finn, he cannot go after the world title because he just lost to Gunther, but going against Braun Breaker, it can be a good feud for Braun. I just don't know who Braun faces right now. Like Pete Dunne is is a jobber. Chad Gable, you can say he said that he wants to fire. No, but Chad Gable is busy with his, him fighting against luchadors. So who is there? Like maybe Dominic Mysterio, but he has like a tag title match. You know what? I don't think Braun Breaker is going to be on TV at Raw. Maybe even if he is, it's going to be like a backstage segment or something. But, you know, going further, this was a very good match. I think they are setting up a story where it will be like Sheamus is just not able to do it. Braun Breaker will like, I have beaten you so many times. You have gotten beaten by others, clean or otherwise, so many times. You just can't do it. You can have Sheamus being like being in doubt. Like even after losing next week, Sheamus, always gets up and is back to his, banger ways. But when WrestleMania time comes, you can actually have Sheamus being vulnerable. Like maybe he's not able to get wins, or if he's able to get wins, they are like very by small margins or something. I think they will run this back at Mania. Braun versus Sheamus for the IC title, a final match at Mania. You can have the stipulation like if Sheamus loses, he can never challenge for the IC title again, and you give Sheamus the win at Mania. Then going forward, you had the Cody, Kevin, and Shawn Michaels. What do you say, that contract signing? Like Shawn Michaels, like someone I just watched a video. I just watched on Twitter like someone's. I think I watched Ross's stream a little bit, but someone had a sign which said HBK is mid, and Shawn Michaels just looked at him and smiled. You had Kevin Owens come out in a Cody sucks egg, which I got to know from Twitter is a tribute to Terry Funk, because Terry Funk a while back, well, a lot of time back, had a Dusty Sucks egg shirt when he was feuding with Dusty Rhodes. So good callback. You had, Kevin Owens come out. You had the undisputed champion Cody come out. I think it was a very good visual. Him in a black suit doing the woe, standing on a ladder with the title. on the top, sitting on the top of the ladder. Then they get to the ring. Both sign the contract. Kevin is like, I'm gonna. What did Kevin say? I'm kind of forgetting. He said that uh, you quit when things got tough. I didn't quit, and but Cody was like, enough. The thing is, Cody's material was kind of fine, but I don't know. I don't like his delivery when he tries to act all serious. But Cody's delivery essentially was that I don't care about the past. I care about I care about the future. I care about who I'm going to face at WrestleMania, who is going to win the Royal Rumble and challenge me for the title at Mania. And one thing that I do like about this is is Cody's character progression. Like Cody is right now so like done with Kevin. Like he has only one thing in mind. I'm going to destroy Kevin. My focus is on WrestleMania. I'm not going to get involved myself in more emotional shit. I'm not going to be on two minds. This is it. And you can see this affecting Kevin. Like Kevin's expressions were so good. Like you can say like he felt disrespected when Cody said that, and he retorted back. He said that, Cody, when I sign this contract, you're not going to be done with Kevin Owens. Like I'm going to go on the Royal Rumble, win the title, and show why I am the real world champion and why I'll be a better champion than Shawn will ever would and everything. Shawn is like, I don't think he said that line first. Sean is like, then he said that, you know what, when you came here, you had all the posters and everything. And when I win, I'm going to show that I'm a better champion that you'll ever will be. And all of the things that you got will be mine. And Shawn Michaels is like, he had a great delivery. Like, he was just, Kevin, I think you're just jealous. Like you can still say Sean in mic work, character work is so good. The way he said it, the way his expressions were, the way he delivered those words were very good. And Kevin is like, you know what? I'm jealous. I'm jealous. You look who's talking. Like, I'm going to show at the Royal Rumble when I win that how I'm a better champion that you ever was. That I'm going to represent this belt better than you ever could have or you ever did. And he's like, I'm not the one who lost my smile as a world champion. And I really like that. I really like that line. I think did Sean have a smirk on his face or not? I don't know. Then you had Shawn Michaels stepping in, uh, trying not to let them fight. He said referees come here. They had the titles. I don't know what the crowd was chanting when they were like when they surrendered those titles. And then, Sean was like looking at Cody. Kevin attacked him from behind. He was going to give him a package pile driver, but then Cody kicks him, and then Sean hits him with the Sweet Chin Music. When I saw the replays on Twitter, I was like, it took a lot out of Shawn Michaels to hit that Sweet Chin Music, because when he hit that Sweet Chin Music, he was like this a little bit. But it was a good Sweet Chin Music. Like Kevin Owens had that SVR cell. It was like, he had that cell. I didn't really like this because Kevin Owens is like your challenger for the world title, and you're gonna have him like kicked by a guy who is a legend but who is no longer a part of the active roster. Like it kind of devalues your challenger, but you can say maybe it kind of makes sense with Kevin Owens, like chicken shit type. He can still fight, but he's a heel character. Maybe I don't know, but I didn't like that aspect. But it was what it needed to be. Cody didn't really speak that much, and I think we are going to get Cody speaking a lot on SmackDown, and KO probably getting the upper hand because he's not going to win at the Rumble, and he's probably going to get the last laugh against Cody at the SmackDown before Royal Rumble. So this was a good segment. Then immediately after that, we had Braun versus Jacob. They showed the same video package that they showed on SmackDown. I have given my opinions in that review on that video package. Like this show, like nobody had any video packages apart from the Braun and Jacob match. Like at the last show, Cody and Kevin had a video package. this show, they gave that video package, that luxury of having a video package to Jacob and Braun. It shows how much they are, pushing Jacob Fatu. And like someone mentioned on Twitter, like Braun Strowman is kind of like the monster gatekeeper. Like he is the one that will like put you over and make you like the monster that will go on to the main event. Like you will get over as a monster, and you'll go on to the main event scene or the upper mid card scene. And Braun came out. Then you had Jacob doing his like MLW type promo, like I'm going to beat you post to post from coast to coast. J- uh, you know, Braun Tamatonga was also that I made everyone go yay, 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 yay. And Jacob had his own Ula Fala, and I was like, why like we like Roman Reigns has an Ula Fala, right? Like why does Jacob have? Like is it just a prop now? Like anyone can have an Ula Fala? Like I didn't like that aspect, but you can say that WWE is trying to show like he is some monster, like he is someone that should be taken serious because visually he has another Ula Fala too. I think it is more like a ceremonial thing that he himself has appointed himself, that I don't think it will like play into a storyline like Roman, like I am the real owner of Ulafal. I don't think it will be like that. Then you had Jacob come out, Tama went away. Then the match was nothing actually. Like I didn't like. I wanted this to be a plunder match, which we will get into. But it was essentially first they get into headlocks. It was mostly, Braun kind of dominating Jacob at the starting. Jacob got, some moves in, like going into the ad break and all. But apart from that, it was really, Braun kind of whooping him. Like Braun hit like the choo choo train thing on Jacob outside. He hit it again. I think his first choo choo train was fine. His second was a little bit slow. His third was absolutely slow. Like he was running at snail speed. But you can say he's giving his all. Like Braun's knees are cooked. Like he is cooked. But you can at least say that he was giving his all in the ring. And like he threw Jacob over the table with the choo-choo train, and the third choo-choo train which happened, like Jacob hit him with the Samoan drop, like the Samoan drop, like everyone could see it coming. Like he just picked him up like normally and hit him because he was running so slow. And then things happened. Like first, like Jacob, when he threw like the announce table cover, isn't that a disqualification? You can't really throw, this is a foreign object, right? But okay. But then referee was like, I'm going to count your ass. He did the referee say, I'm going to count your ass out before, like before this table spot and everything. They had another like they were down out of the ring, maybe, like he was saying something. Then then Jacob, like I think he threw the ref or something. And when he took Braun into the ring after that, like like you could see, like he was like drooling from the mouth and everything. He took a chair into the ring, like he threw that bitch far, like it landed on like the other side of the ring. He took Braun back to the ring, and he just kept hitting him with the hip attack after hip attack after. He hit like more than 10 hip attacks. Like if you like just write this on on a piece of paper, like a person bled from the mouth because he got hit by uncountable number of hip attacks. Like this sounds funny, but Jacob's hip attacks are actually like they hit, like you feel like your skull is getting crushed. Like he kept hitting him, hitting him, hitting him, hitting him. Then he had grabbed a chair or something. I think that was when the disqualification was announced. Ref went out. He was doing that over and over again. Then security showed, and that I actually was like, oh, like he threw that bitch on that security guy face, and he was like boom. And then he was trying to, like, they were trying to stop him. He hit like a running jumping moonsault. Then Tama was also there. Nick Aldis was also there. He hit another. Tama was trying to calm him, which I like this aspect. We saw this on SmackDown also, that Jacob is so crazy that even a psycho like Tama Tonga is the man of reason. And then, he still went into the ring and hit another moonsault, three moonsaults, and we just see one moment. And I think it was a cut which they could have avoided. Like one moment, nothing is happening, and then second, we see like Braun is bleeding from the mouth. The thing is, the bleeding looked real. It's just that the cut made it look like he had nothing, and then he had all the blood. But overall, it looked really good. Like people were chanting one more time. There were Fatu chants in the arena. Fatu, Fatu, Fatu. Like you could see that they are making him a star, and maybe it was better than a plunder match also. Like he just, like he killed Braun Strowman there. Like even before, like when when Shawn Michaels said that you're jealous, like the look at Kevin Owens' face, I was like, he's gonna kill him. Unrelated, but I think this worked better because in a way, you can write Braun Strowman off. Like Braun Strowman, I think needs to get like fully like healthy because this year, be it like his previous years, he has been a lot of in and out, in and out. Sometimes he has had injuries, sometimes he has had illnesses. I hope that now he's off TV, he gets a full time for recovery. Then you can have maybe Jacob, maybe Braun can be out till a long time. Then you get Braun Strowman back for like a Saudi show or something. You can do like someone said, Jacob Braun in a last man standing match at a Saudi show is the most Saudi coded match. Like it can be a great thing, like Jacob versus Braun, like at a King and Queen of the Ring, or maybe a Clash at the Castle also. I think a King and Queen of the Ring last man standing match could be awesome. Like Omos is coming back. He was there in Nova for less than a month. I don't know how it really helped them, but I think he's coming back because first he's going to be in the Rumble, and like Baron Corbin said, like they need bodies for Jacob, right? So Omos is going to be a body that is needed for Jacob. We are going to get a Jacob and Omos feud, going forward. I think Jacob will go against LA Knight also, and we'll get a Jacob and Omos feud too, which I think is good for Jacob right now. Like, like people saying that he should win the US title. In my opinion, the US title is so down in the dumps. It feels like Jacob winning the US title is kind of like him going lower in the card. Like I would prefer Jacob to face Roman at Mania, to Roman being like the confident, overconfident tribal chief he is. Like he has gotten everything. He's playing chess, not checkers, like Drew said, and then him getting like absolutely walloped by Jacob Fatu. I think that should be the plan. But I think probably the plan is Jacob versus Solo in some capacity, where Jacob will like absolutely destroy Solo in like 5 minutes or something. I think that's the plan for WrestleMania. And then you have the main event, which was the match of the night for me. I really liked this match. Some people said that it was just ad breaks a lot, but I think those ad breaks kind of made this match better because they had to go faster in the last 5 minutes, and before those last 5 minutes, they had a pretty good match. It was mostly Gunther carrying him because it was Gunther dominating, and Jay Uso getting his offense in. Like kicks, most of Jay's punches didn't look good, apart from his like the one that he hits on like the chin. Apart from that, the rest of the punches didn't look good, but I liked it. I really liked this match. This match was fast paced. It has been a while since I saw Gunther doing, chops again. Like maybe he has done in the Survivor Series match also, but I don't think he really does those anymore. We really saw him hitting those chops a lot. Like him hitting those, like he hit him with like a boot to the head, which was, I was like, oh, like it hit him. His chops like were really stingy. I really like this match. Some of Jay's punches with to the chin were really good. Like it was mostly Gunther carrying him, but I really liked it. This was a fast-paced match, and they went for like ad break for like 4 minutes or something, and then they had to rush the last 5 minutes, but I really liked it. I was looking at the time, so I was like, this surely Jay is not winning because he still he like Gunther is such good at 2.9 kickouts, like someone said on Twitter. Like he always gets people. He always gets one. Like when Jay pinned him after the spear, like the first spear, it got me. When Jay pinned him, I think he hit him with a super kick also. It got me. Like when Jay finally hit the splash, I looked at the time. It was like 8:20, and I was sure in my mind that Gunther is not losing. I was like, yeah, he's kicking out. But in that 2.9 kick, it was like, whoa, like that. I was like, that got me. I also tweeted that got me. And then you had, Gunther hit two quick power bombs and win. Some people are criticizing like how did Gunther just take all these finishers and just hit two power bombs and win. But I liked it. It was rushed. But I think it being rushed kind of made sense story wise. Gunther won in the end by the skin of his teeth. Like he used all of his strength in the last minute to hit those two power bombs and pin Jay. Like even in the pin, you could see he was going all out because you can say that he put all of his strength into those two power bombs and that pin. And in the end, he barely won the match. And you could see a sign of respect that Gunther and Jay had. Gunther in ring wise made Jay a bigger star than he already is. At least in ring wise, he did. And that was an awesome match, an awesome ending. Always good to see Gunther getting a main event. He got a main event, and I'm just glad. I just hope going forward his feuds are with people who are actually involved in the main event scene. I just don't get it that I get that there are stories which can be bigger than the world title. But the thing is, right now the people that are involved in that story becoming world champion is kind of a big part of their character, and they can involve Gunther using that, but they don't, which I don't really can get a reason why. That would add another layer to an already awesome story which people like Sammy, Drew, Seth, CM Punk have. I hope he gets more good opponents going forward. And that was the review for Saturday Night's Main Event 2025. A great show. Probably it was better than many of the PLEs I watched last year. I liked Survivor Series, but I didn't like Crown Jewel that much. Apart from the Cody Gunther match, matches were good, but overall that show was not really that good. It was fine. I really like Survivor Series, but apart from that, Raw on Netflix was broadly fine for me. Like like the two top shows for me this year has been the second week of Raw on Netflix and Saturday Night's Main Event 2025. This was an awesome show. I really liked it, and you know what? I'm excited for Raw. Maybe not for the Rumble because Rumble is a Rumble, but I'm excited to see. Maybe not excited. I'm not. I'm fine. But this was a really good show. I really liked it. I'm glad that I woke up at 6:30 to watch this show. It was a really good show. So, that was it for me today. And if you like this type of content, like this video, share and subscribe. If you don't, share it with those who do. My social media links, which are the Twitter and Instagram links, are in the description. Go follow me on that. My UPI ID link, shabba@okicici, is in the descriptions too. Donate any amount that you feel suitable, so it will help me a lot into making YouTube a permanent career option for me. And that is it for me today. So thank you. Goodbye. Alvida.